Now, there once was a time, Gene, when movie kids lived in the best of all possible worlds, and if they somehow got into trouble, Lassie would save them. But in the mean old world of today, that's no longer quite the case, and so recently we've had a bunch of movies about kids trying to survive in a society where even the grown-ups don't have the answers. And now comes Rich Kids, about two kids trying to grow up in a fashionable Manhattan neighborhood while their parents bounce back and forth between adultery and psychiatry. For kids like these, even spending the night at the house of a friend gets a little complicated.
How was school?
Fine.
Good.
I have to go now. Why? Well, if I'm not home by 5, my mom panics.
Well, when you first come to this city, it can be pretty scary. How long has she lived here?
All life. 6:30 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.
Nice meeting you, Jamie.
I'll be all packed.
That's a nice boy. Packed for what?
Sleepover.
What sleepover?
I told you. Tomorrow night at Jamie's.
Oh, hold on.
You said yes.
I said yes to what? When?
This morning.
Jamie is a boy. Well, your father will never hear of it.
He's never here to hear of it.
He's here tonight.
But you're not.
Why do you always have an answer for everything?
You promised.
I was asleep.
A promise is a promise.
Yes, I accept that. But is a promise when you didn't even hear what you were promising when you promised it?
Yes.
That boy...
You said he was nice. You didn't even have to ask him to carry your junk.
It's not junk.
He shook hands.
That was Trini Alvarado as the precocious young girl and Catherine Walker as her mother. The young girl knows her parents' marriage is breaking up. In fact, everybody's marriage seems to be breaking up in this movie. But she's young enough to still have that adolescent idealism about love, even if it is only puppy love. And in one of the movie's trickier and more charming scenes, she does visit her boyfriend, Jamie. He's staying at the apartment of his swinging father.
I can't look. Chicken. Tell me when I can look. Now.
You Steve Parker.
Jamie Harris, that was cruel. Cruel. Oh. No. Let go. Please. Say I'm not cruel. No. Say you'll never tickle me again. No. You're not cruel, and I'll never tickle you again. That's better. I had my toes crossed. What do we do now? I give up. Kiss me, I'm yours.
When you're 13, that's easier said than done. I like the kids in Rich Kids. Their conversations have a ring of truth to them. But what I didn't much like about the movie was the way it took a sensitive and truthful story about these kids and then messed it up with adult characters who seemed borrowed from TV situation comedies. Just when the movie has us involved in these kids' personalities, it cuts to the adults in all sorts of cynical situations with clever one-liners that are really just kind of downers. It's almost as if instead of going with the kids, the filmmakers wanted to hedge their bets.
So I take it you're not a big fan of the picture.
I liked it so-so. I could have lived without it, yeah.
Yeah, I could have.
Except for the kids. I really got warm about the kids.
Except that even with these kids, they're so bright that you're always aware that someone's writing cute dialogue for them. But they're a heck of a lot better than the adults, who are a bunch of boobs in this film, especially the men. The woman that wrote this picture must not like men, because every one of these guys is sort of an idiot, obnoxious. You don't know why anyone's around them. You don't know how they created these rather interesting children. You're right, the film had something to say about young people. It should have left the adults out and go right to the young people.
You know, there's one thing that bothered me even about what they did with the kids, though, that this last scene might kind of refer to. These movies are made by adults. We've had a lot of movies this summer about adolescents, say 13, 14 years old. And the kids are always obsessed with sex. The movies are about their sex lives. A lot of 13-year-old kids are a lot more interested in bicycles or stamp collecting or scouting or swimming or watching TV than they are necessarily in sex. But it's the adults who have this hang-up, and they're trying to almost project their own feelings to these hapless characters.
I think they're teasing the audience a little bit with the sex and
I think
trying
so,
to bring
too.
some people in. Roger liked Rich Kids, the New York divorce through the eyes of children picture, a little bit more than I did. He gives it a mild yes. He recommends you see it. I don't. But we both thought the kids were okay. It's the adults who were the dummies. I give Rich Kids, which is rated PG, a no.